Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for my voice, I'm a little sick. I have a cold. The weather here has been getting cold now, so people are getting a little sick, but it'll go away soon. So as you can see by the title, I have a new series on my YouTube channel, and it will be about real estate. I just passed my real estate exam, and I will be giving you guys today on this video on how you get your license, where to go to. This is going to be for the state of Massachusetts, which is where I'm located. So for any other states, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit different, but for anyone that's in Massachusetts and wants to take their license, this video is for you. So let's get into it. So the first step on taking your license is taking a 40-hour course, and that has to be with a school that the state board has accepted in their program. You can go to the state board and look at the schools, at the list schools. They have a bunch of schools listed there, and you can check which one you like better, or you can look at the reviews. But the one that I went to had a really good, I liked that program. They have different plans for each program. The one that I took was 40 hours, of course. You have to do that. That's mandatory. And then what I did on that, on that school, it's all online. I have a full-time job, so what I did after work, I would take each class, and I'm not sure if I have access. I can try to look. I don't think I have access anymore, but what I did was I took all the live classes and got rid of it. So you take 20 hours of live classes, and then you do on demand. So it can be midnight and you can be taking a class on demand. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter, but it's better. So what I did, I took all the live classes that I could, because the live classes, of course, it's scheduled on timing. You have to see your schedule and see if it fits for you. So they did have a few classes during the mornings, live classes that I could not take because I was at work. But anything after work that they had a live class, I would take it. And sometimes those classes are like 2-hour classes, an hour and a half. And I did with the Freedom Trail Realty School. It's a really good school. If you want a fast-paced program, you get your certificate really fast. So do the live class. I recommend you do the live classes first. Get rid of them, like get over them, and then just finish your on-demand. The live classes, they do it Saturday, Sundays in the morning, and they do it in the morning during the week, and they do it on the afternoon as well. So like I said, get over with those, and then on demand, you can literally, if you want to spend a whole day taking those classes, you can finish the 20 hours, in I'd say less than 2 weeks. And then what you're gonna do after you finish all your hours, the school is gonna send you your certificate on your email. So they're gonna send you the certificate on your email, and then you have to print that, because when you finish that, you have to submit an application to the state board. You have to send a query, which is your background check, and it has to be notarized. You have to send on that application, you have to put 3 recommendations. It can be your boss, it can be your teacher, any 3 good recommendations. And then you also have to get a passport picture. I took mine on my phone and I printed out at Walmart because I'm not paying $15 for a picture that is just gonna be scanned on, because I did not mail my papers. I scanned all of them and I sent it by email to the state board. Even though you have to take a picture and print it out on picture paper, you don't have to send by mail. So like I said, it doesn't really matter if you go to the Walgreens or if you actually take a passport picture. I didn't, because I didn't want to waste money. So that worked for me. After you submit your application to the state board, they're gonna take a few weeks, and at the time I'd say it took like 2 to 3 weeks for them to accept me and to allow me to take the exam. If you don't send this application to the state board, you're never gonna do your test. You're never gonna do your exam. So send your application, and then while you wait, study. And what I did to study, because in the state of Massachusetts, there's 2 exams and they're separate. So there's one for the state and one for the national. And the state exam has 40 questions, and you have to pass 37. You have to pass 37 questions, right? And the national exam, you have 80 questions, and you need a 56 to pass. So you need 56 questions to pass. In the beginning, I was getting confused with the laws from the state and the laws from the national. So what I did was I completely put aside the national part and I study for the state. That's it. I study for the state, and that's how I passed the state. And then every time you go in there, you have to pay. You have to pay for both. It's like $54 each time you pay. But even though you're studying only for the state, you have to take the national. So of course, if you don't study for the national, you're not gonna pass, unless it's a miracle. But what I did, like I said, I studied for the national and I studied for the state separate. So I passed the state, and then once I passed the state, I went into the national, and I studied it for the national, and then I passed. That school, they have like flashcards. They have Quizlet flashcards. They have questions on each chapter that you take, like each class that you take. At the end of the class, there's questions that you can take and review what you learn. There is practice questions on each section that you can study. And there is the master exam, which you take that exam and then it shows your score, as if it was a real exam. To be honest, that was for me. I was passing 90s on that exam, the practice exam, and I failed the first time. So what helped me a lot, I'm gonna put in a few other videos, is vocabulary. You have to know your vocab. If you don't know your vocab, you mostly will fail. You have to know your vocab. But other than that, that school is really is good for you to get your hours. That's it. I did not use, after I failed the first time, I did not use any resources from that program. I went and picked a different program and different resources where I studied, and those other resources is where it helped me pass. So honestly, that school is really just to get the hours, at least for me. I also, something that I don't recommend doing, but I did, there was a lot of times I didn't pay attention in the classes, during the classes. So I think that's something that threw me off as well. But like I said, even after I studied the materials that they had, it was not getting into my head, and I could not learn anything about them, anything that they had. It was just going one ear and out the other. I don't know why it was not sticking to me, but I've heard of other people that took different programs, and they said the same, that a lot of programs don't have, well, they have the information, but they don't put it out there for you, because the exam is not going to have all the information that you took on the program, like on the classes. They're only going to have, I'd say, like 40% on what you learned. But also, when you apply for your exam, on that application, it shows the scores on how many questions you're gonna have on each chapter, on like contracts, fair housing laws. I'm gonna attach everything below, like the links. I'm gonna put the link to the school. The link that I have, if you get that link, I think is like 20% off. Let me check. I sent it to a couple of my friends. There was actually someone that came to my job. We were talking about real estate, and she wanted to get into real estate. So I was like, I have a link. So if you want to save money, I can send it to you, and it'll be a little cheaper. Let me just see which one it is. So the prices, so if you press on my link at the bottom, you get 5% off of the price that you're gonna pay. So they have, the one that I took was the one that had more. So you have 9 months included. Right now the price is $474. But they have cheaper ones. If you want to just get your hours, they have a cheaper one that's 60 hours is $350, and you have the 40 hours one, which is the mandatory one, is the $284. And then they also have a 4-month access, which is the 40 hour. It's the $217. When I got mine, I got the most expensive one, like the one that had more stuff, because like I said, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to do it, but I didn't know how. So that's why I want to do this series for people on YouTube, so they can have it easier than I had, I like to help other people. So I'm gonna link this one. You get 5% off if you get it from my link. And no, I do not get paid. It's just because I bought something from them, and every time I share my link, it's 5% less. If you go with them, you're gonna get your link as well. I wrote a few notes. Let me see if I'm forgetting anything. Let me check. I don't think I am, but let me just check before I end the video. Yeah, that's about it. On the next videos, I'm gonna be showing like what I studied, my vocab. I have practice questions exam, I have notes, I have flashcards, I have a vocab form. So on the next videos, I'm gonna link everything and share with you guys. That way it's easier for you to study. And I'm gonna make videos about some of the parts that I think is more necessary, that's gonna be on the exam. I'm gonna literally summarize what you need to pass the exam. Because if you read the whole chapter on that course, you're gonna read, you're not gonna get the information, and you're gonna fail. Because that's what happened to me. I know it's discouraging, but it is what it is. That's how it is. And even if you fail, don't give up. I did not give up. I was surprised in myself, to be honest. But if you guys having any other questions that I did not put in this video, you can let me know. But that's about it. That's the step number 1. And this step number 1 is gonna take you about over 2 months. 1 to 2 months if you don't have a full job. Of course, if you have a full job, it's gonna take you longer, but it will be worth it in the end. And that's it, guys. If you have any questions, comment, send me a message on Instagram. I have the Instagram. I'm gonna link everything below. Thank you for watching.